Mm. All right. Peace and blessings, family. It's your brother Atum Ra, melanatedilluminated.com. Back in the building again. Man, I got a special guest, what I'm saying, with us today. What I'm saying? We're gonna have a good time. Always a good time, you know what I'm saying, when, what I'm saying, the brother comes show Texas some love. Cause this is a brother that's loved all over the world. I just want to start off by saying yeah, I just want to say the foremost to the Black and Natural pageant. They blessed Melanated and Illuminated with the Black Excellent Media Award this past weekend. We had a good time at the gala. It was just, what I'm saying, a whole bunch of melanated love in the building. And it just felt good to be amongst our people. And, a lot of people within the community received awards. So I definitely want to send a shout out to everybody that won an award this weekend. Uh, so, man, let's hop right into it. This brother that I'm bringing on, has been a part of the culture for several decades. Any type of news that's breaking, different artists that have been an integral part of the culture, and we want to know those inside stories. Saying those details. Kind of what really happened. This brother kind of has the platform that it's known that you go through. So, man, my brother, Doggie Diamonds, what's good?
What's up, everybody? What's up to everybody out there that can hear me, see me? I got on my shades today. I was in the crib. I just hopped out the shower. I got on my house shirt. I threw on my Brooklyn hat though to let y'all know, but I get to be
Yeah,
co-host today and wear my shades and chill. So I'm happy about that. Chilling though. I'm happy
yeah.
about it.
You chilling, yeah. Well, man, this ain't the first time that what I'm saying you've been on the platform. Man, the last time that we had you on, I received a lot of positive feedback just because a lot of brothers are familiar with your work, they're familiar with the interviews, they've seen the videos, but kind of let the people know how long you've really been in this game because you were kind of at the forefront for this whole podcasting game and things that we're doing now.
I've been doing interviews since 2006, but they really went on record. I could say 2007, because in 2006 it was just really like DVDs. So if the DVD didn't circulate nationwide or worldwide, you really didn't know. But then by 2007, the internet started really coming into play a little bit more. So for people who saw me on the DVDs, but I never was personally on the DVD, you just heard my voice. Uh, and then by 2007, the internet was becoming. I knew that was going to be the next wave of it's going to go from actual you know uh DVDs to just digital. So I was ahead of that, and starting building my own website, co-own Forbes DVD, and then helping a lot of other websites with their content. Um, that's how I really got to be a little bit more nationally known from my work. And then in 2015, I decided to be on camera. So that was another change for me because at first I was like, just highlight the artist, spotlight the artist. I don't
Right.
matter, But then I started seeing people who came in the game way after me getting walkthrough money, getting notoriety, getting all this, and I'm like, hold up, how did he get this? And I, kind of put the stamp on all of
Right,
this, but because I
right,
was
right,
getting
right.
visibility. So I said, yo, you got to become more visible, and people got to get to see you is what they feel like they know you via your voice, but they don't know you. They don't know your personality. They don't know your character. And from other podcasters and interviewers, I felt like a lot of them were playing a role just fit in or whatever was going on. If this is a hot
Mm.
artist, oh, that's hot. I love that. Yeah, smiling and all that. And I was like, nah, that's not how that go. You could inject a little bit of your personality. So how I decided to attack it was, yo, I'm gonna be who I am. If I don't like something, I don't like it. I'm not gonna sit there and smile. I could be able to look in the artist and say, yo, I never heard your shit before. So
Right,
it
right,
might be
right.
millions of people like me who never heard it. So why should I listen to it? So you give the artist a chance to sell themselves a little bit. Then I looked at people who came great, the greats that came before me, like Star from Star and Buck Wild, very, very
Mm,
influential in
mm.
Ralph McDaniel's Video Music Box. So many Frankie Crocker, Marley Marl, Mr. Magic. So many people who came, the greats that came before me, and I started like looking how they do what they do, and I was like, okay, and Lover, Dr. Dre. It's so
Mm.
many. So that's how I started incorporating doing what I'm doing. It's more. I'm leaving some people out, but started
Yeah,
incorporating what I
for
do
sure.
via the internet. So this is where I am today. And I've been in the game since, like I said, professionally because of the music business. Like I DJ for Roxanne Shante before at like 16 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that was a while ago. I DJ for her, and the funniest thing is to be old in the business, but not old in age. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because the
right,
business, the
right.
business, the business can age you though. So just for me to just be able to
Mm.
stay at seeing, the late '80s, I wasn't in the business. I started in like the early to mid '90s. I started. So to see the transitions of hip hop and media and all that, I was there from the inception of a lot of things. And I'm just happy to still be here, still be relevant, and still have people care, about what I'm doing today.
And man, relevant you are, man. I was just celebrating that I hit 100 followers on YouTube, and then I went and shared that Doggie Diamonds page. It was
Yeah,
like, yeah, I need to get my weight up, but like, man, it's all love, man. And also just showing love, man. I never got to congratulate you personally on your Black Power Award. You know what I'm
yeah, we
saying? I
took
know
it.
that was yeah,
Yeah,
that
we
was a
took it
big
home.
thing.
Yeah, we took it home. The good thing about it is that platforms like yours, and I tell people about following the numbers. Some people numbers are not real, so don't get caught up in numbers because some people might
Mm,
have 2 million, but it's only really 1,000. So you get caught up looking at your numbers and say, "Damn, man, I only got 100." I'd rather have 100 real ones than
mm.
2 million fake ones. So
Right, right,
yeah,
right, and
so
that's
you
what I'm
gotta
also learning. Uh, oh
yeah,
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 I was
you gotta
also
remember.
saying.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
uh, oh yeah, no, I was just saying. To that point, I was also seeing. I'm learning that it's also about like the engagement of your followers, because like you said,
Yes.
I see people with 2 million followers, but only like 30, 40 likes consistently, or what I'm
Yeah.
saying, something like that,
Yeah.
or 2 or 3 comments. So
A lot of these big channels don't feel like they have to go live and engage the people. They're just like, here go the content, like it, and that's it. I feel like I feel personal with each individual who watches me and actually help support me in my because it's different when you're independent. It's a different mind state, different mind frame. A lot of these other platforms are corporate sponsored. They might be on Revolt, they might be on Title, they might be on the Breakfast Club, they might be on Hot 97, but they never ventured off and did their thing. They never said, well, this is my name, my brand, I'm under me, support me, because it's easy
right.
to put Hot 97 and be under Hot 97. It's easy to say, support me, I'm on Revolt and be under Revolt. No, go under your name and your likeness. That's when you're really going to see the supporters you have. So it's
Mm,
cool, it's cool for like we get caught up in numbers. We say, damn, that interview did 1 million views and all that. But yes, it's
right.
under a corporation that has the money, marketing, dollars to put behind it. We on zero. We asking for
Mm,
donations, which they might say we begging. They give us flack for trying to big up, and become the corporation. Our people give us
mm,
a lot of flack, based off of what other people did. Because I never stole nothing from nobody. I never
mm.
stole nobody money. So but
Facts.
your 100, you just got to be consistent, persistent, and love what you do. And whether you make $1 or you
Mm,
don't make anything, you still do it. Because but it wasn't always money in this. It wasn't the money. I was doing this
absolutely.
because I love to do it. I love to, my. It's nothing better than everything start with a thought, right? There's nothing better than
Mm,
that thought manifesting itself physically to the world and everybody gravitating towards your thought because that's where it start with. So when I sit
mm,
there and say, my name is Doggie Diamonds, and this is my logo, and this is this, and people see it and say, yo, Doggie Diamonds, that's a nice name. Yo, what it mean? Oh, wow, yo. It's like, yo, all right, so you get my thoughts, you know, and that's the best thing about being creative and creation. And we're competing with people who are not creators. They're sitting in a boardroom with people who are telling them what they're gonna do.
Speak
You're
on
gonna
it.
do
Speak
this.
on
You're
it.
gonna wear this. You're gonna wear that. So for you, you got your microphone. You got your setup. I see you got the you know you got everything you have. You had your headphones. There's people who come sit in the chair and everything is laid out for them. They don't edit. They don't do anything. They just get up and walk away, and somebody else take care of everything. As for people
Right.
like me, yourself, and other people, we take care of every aspect of the creative process. So
Mm-hmm.
don't feel bad that you're not a certain way, or don't look bad down on yourself because you're not a certain way. Because when people say, "Oh, this person has this person," I say, "Yeah, but I'm solely independent." Now I have
Right.
help. I have help. You know, I have people who film for me, Robin Hood Productions. I have people who film for me, but as far as marketing dollars and promotion, I don't have that. So that's
Hmm.
really what it's all about, being able to pay for Instagram stories, being able to pay for Facebook ads, Twitter ads, ads on other websites, ads on the side of the bus, ads on commercials, radio slots. All of that costs money, which we don't have because we're independent, you know. So
Absolutely, and that's facts, and yeah, like you said, you really got to do it for the love. I mean, I just, been going around printing up wristbands,
yeah, yeah,
t-shirts, you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Giving them to the people, but also like you said, I think that with the platform like yours, myself, our brother Knowledge Born do the Knowledge
Knowledge born.
Radio, a lot of what we do, I like to see the appreciation from the community, just because, it's not necessarily expected. When you put out something, you don't know how people are going to react. And that's why I think that Black Power Awards, was just so big, because that's community selecting, nominating, you know what I'm saying? And we're saying that this is the person that is giving us the information that we want. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's why brothers like me and you like really do it. You know what I'm saying? It's about
Yeah,
controlling the culture, making sure that we're in control of how the conversation is dictated, and not just allowing, like you said, other people to give you a script or put a
exactly.
batter in your back and saying that, hey, you gotta either kiss this artist's ass or you gotta charge this artist up, you know what I'm saying, just for some artificial ratings.
So
Yeah.
before we get off that, the importance of the Black Power Awards not only was to recognize greatness in different aspects of the community, it also was for building, and it also was for meeting people. Like, I wouldn't have known you in Texas. So if it
Right.
wasn't for the Black Power Wars, I mean, we're friends on Facebook, but if it wasn't for the Black Power Wars and me having to do press for that, I didn't know you had a platform. So that was a way to introduce me to your platform.
Most
And I
definitely.
never met you. But when I went to Atlanta, I was able to meet, touch, and see different people from all over. So it's like a congregation, a meeting place under a banner of greatness. And that's what people are not taking in from these awards and different things of celebration. They always say, well, we need our own awards. I hate the Grammys. I hate this. I hate that. And then once you get it, you don't want to support it. So one thing
Right.
about people in general, it has to be more people supporting efforts of people who's actually doing it. You know, because you're being bought into VH1. You're being bought into different things because that's the norm and you want to be in the conversation. But it is people who are doing things at the grassroots level organically, and they need support too because they don't have the money. And I keep stressing this: they don't have the money to take $1 million and put it in promotion and program you. That's why it's called television programs. That's why
Hmm.
it's called radio programs. You know, they don't have the money to program you. It's like, say, you know, you got the clean glass of water, you got the dirty glass of water. Which one you want to
Right.
drink from? You know, and then
Right.
and like I said, I partake in all types of things in entertainment. You know, all of my work is not squeaky clean. You know, sometimes I like to curse, I like to act a little crazy every now and again. So I'm normal, I'm human, but it's still balance. You know, it's still
Absolutely.
balance.
Absolutely. Well, and you know how it is with our people. It has to be entertaining to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? But, you also still got to be able to slip in that substance, you know what I'm saying, as you're
Exactly.
doing that entertainment thing. It can't just be
Selective.
this dry, boring, you know what I'm saying, fake, you know what I'm saying, conscious, you know what I'm saying, stuff,
Yeah,
man.
sitting there burning incense and rubbing shea butter and all that, man. Like, you know, it because that's only a part of what you do. Like, you know, that
Right.
listen, being conscious just means that you're woke, right? That means
Mm.
that you're woke and you're aware. But consciousness is universal. You know,
Mm.
you have the KKK. They're conscious to their movement. You know, so
Mm.
we took a word called conscious and we made it anonymous with Black consciousness. But you have different forms and levels of Black consciousness that all of us don't subscribe to.
Right.
So that's
Absolutely.
why I don't like to be put in a box of just conscious, because yeah, I might be conscious, but I'm not like him and I'm not like
Right.
them. I know what my mission is and I know what my mindset is and I know what my lifestyle is. So hopefully there's like people like me, but then again that there's not. That don't mean I hate them, dislike them, and don't want to deal with them. That just means I'm on my own way. You know, you have people who believe, you know, might be people who believe that this eyeglass case is gonna come save us and, you know, get us out of poverty and hunger. But who am I to say
Right.
that it's not? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's what gets you up every day. You're not depressed. You're not sad. You're not a woman beater. You're not a male beater. You're not abusing drugs. You're not abusing alcohol. You're not molesting anybody. You're not letting sex rule your life. Hey,
Right.
the eyeglass case saved you. You know, and I just think with us, we do so much of no, 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 no. This is the right way. This is the right way.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So if everybody follow you in your way and you follow your way because it's your way, how come you're not prosperous and successful at anything? You know what I'm saying? So so it's always people want, that's why the via social media it became about followers and following.
Right.
I don't follow certain people because what exactly am I following?
Right. What am I getting out of it?
Yeah, I don't, you know what I'm saying? You got a butt cheek out. I'm not following that.
Right.
You showing me money. I'm not following because that's not what I'm following. I follow things that
Mm.
give me substance. I follow people who give me substance, food for thought, a little bit of comedy, just sometimes overall engagement and my moods and different personalities that I'm having in accordance with what's going on. Because we all want to be conscious, we all want to walk upright and all that. But it's times where we at our lower self because you might have been on a bus and somebody stepped in your damn foot. You know, you might have been your bills,
Right.
your phone
Right.
bill, they might have charged you for something that you didn't do. So you got to
Right.
turn up. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? You got to turn up.
Absolutely.
So I want everybody to stop
Absolutely.
acting like you walking around all day and, no, man, you know, like you all
Right.
cut it out. Because even on Facebook, I be seeing people who so-called conscious and so-called woke acting a damn ass, misspelling, you know,
Right.
saying, and then
Right.
some of them, you know, all overly sexual and saying all types of stuff. And I be like,
Absolutely.
yo, damn, how you carrying yourself like that in front of the
Uh,
world? Because that's who you really are. So cut it out.
Right. Right, absolutely. And then also, as you were talking, I was reminded of a conversation I was having with my brother the other day on how, how you have the 85, the 10 and the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of us within the 5, we cater our message towards those in the 5 and not those in the 85. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Because you're
And
supposed
in
to
order
civilize the uncivilized. You're supposed to.
right. Right. And
Yeah.
so I think that, you get kind of caught in this box when you're only talking to the 5 and the 85 is watching and listening. And then it kind of goes back to your point on who are you actually trying to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your actual purpose for doing what you do? You know what I'm saying? Are you just trying to show people that you know things and that you're this and you're that? Or are you actually trying to use the gifts that the universe gave you
Exactly.
to help transition, other people into knowledge of self? Because, like you said, consciousness is kind of a facade because we all have different perspectives on the world. So, it's about helping each one of us as an individual find our purpose, our goal, and then using whatever we do best or whatever philosophy we believe best to change the world, from that point.
Yep.
Uh, so yeah, man, yeah, bro, this is a lot of respect, man. So let me ask you, like, what is some advice as far as I really wouldn't say staying relevant over several decades, but about staying consistently connected with the culture, because like that's one thing I do see when I check your channel. A lot of us that are so-called don't consider ourselves of this generation, we kind of only focus on the past and things like that. And a lot of us don't focus on the different things that's going on, the different conversations that's going on in the community, the different events. So, but I see you consistently on that. So, what helps keep you connected and let you know what's going on?
I know how to peak in. I always say this. You could look at the menu. That don't mean you gotta eat the food.
Hmm.
You could go sit down in a restaurant and
Hmm.
look at the menu and say, nah, I'm not eating this. Now, people that see you walk out the restaurant might think you ate, right? But you didn't.
Hmm.
So a lot of times that's my method of how I attack this industry. I look at the menu, but I don't eat the food. I look at everything that's going on and I could regurgitate everything on the menu, but I never internalized it. So it doesn't affect me. So you won't see me listening to certain music. You won't see me carrying myself a certain way. I'm just reporting what I seen. And then I always try to give a twist of why this is like this, why this is happening, and whether it's good or bad based off my understanding, because everybody has a different understanding. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You got knowledge and wisdom, but everybody understanding is different. There's
Facts.
no real
Hmm.
understanding. It's just how you perceive things. So my thing is staying relevant. I try not to be and then to some people I'm not relevant. I hear that sometimes. Oh, he's not relevant. I see people with titles of their video, oh, he's not relevant. I'll be like,
Right, right,
well,
right.
damn, he's relevant.
I see no bullshit comments
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, and that's another thing. That's what I wanted to say. You don't get caught up in what people perception of you are. You get caught
Mm.
up. You stay caught up in what your perception of you are because you know you.
Mm.
Nobody knows you but you. And again, we deal with seasons, we deal with hours, we deal with moods, we deal with different people. So nobody is the same at all times, all day, every day. Generally, you have a mindset. You wake up and you say, "I'm gonna have a great day today."
Mm.
You wake up and nobody, I never woke up and said, "I'm pissed off today," because then I just go
Right.
back to sleep.
Right.
So you generally say, "Yo, I'm gonna enjoy myself today." So
Right.
um when you walk around like that, you don't get caught up in comments. See me, if I listen to other people, and this is the key thing to everybody, if I listen to other people, I would not be here because
Mm.
people always try to force their fears on you, and they try to tell you what you can't do based off of what they can't do. So then they try to
Mm.
scare you into believing, well, if I can't do it, you can't do it either. How you gonna do this? How you gonna do that? And then you start internalizing that and saying, yeah, yo, you're right. Damn, I never thought about that. How could I get
Mm.
to 100,000 subscribers? Yeah, because he got this and he got this. And I don't think so. Now you're fearful and you don't want to strive. You don't want to try. You don't want to try new tactics and methods to make it happen. I didn't listen to none of that. I said, yo, I'm on a mission.
Mm.
I'm on a mission, and my mission is my mission. It's not your mission. So whatever you think your mission is, that's your thing. If you think you can't achieve that, I beg to differ. I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do
Mm.
this. And my mission is I don't really want to tell people what my mission is, but
Yeah.
just know that for everybody who subscribe and everybody who support me, you're helping me, because
Mm.
uh I have a goal, and my goal is to, well, I will say this, a part of my goal of the mission is to help enlighten people via entertainment in different forms. You know, some
Mm.
even negativity is enlightenment. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Because sometimes you
True.
got to know what's
True.
bast in order to know what good is.
True.
But
That's facts.
you got to have the balance though. See, that's the thing that I keep trying to tell
Mm.
people. You gotta have
Mm.
balance. You can't have too much of anything because then, like you said, it would be boring. It's not entertainment.
Right.
So you got to balance it. So just staying for the people who are uh coming up and coming or even been in the game for a minute. You feel like, damn man, I've been doing this shit for 6 years. I ain't getting nothing from it. You gotta stay on your course. You know
Listen.
how many times I say y'all ain't doing this shit no more? You know how many times I sat there and I helped
Shit.
artists
I couldn't
and they
imagine.
didn't. You know how many times I helped artists and then they went and paid World Star? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right,
You know how many
right.
times I call artists and I say, yo, what's good, bro? Oh, what's good, man? Yo, yeah, yo, yo. Yo, let's do an interview. Yeah, yo, whatever you need, blah, blah, blah. And they supposed to pull up for me and they didn't pull up. And then you see them on Vlad. Anytime
Right,
that happened
right,
to me, and
right,
me,
right.
me being emotional because I'm passionate. And that's the thing. Some people confuse passion with anger. Nah, it's not the same. For me, it ain't, because you do have crimes of passion. But I'm passionate about what I do. And there's times I just like, yo, I ain't fucking with him no more.
Right, and I've also seen incidents where, I mean, just personally, you know what I'm saying, following you to where you can, you personally can say something positive about a person 5 or 6 different times, but then you have one critique of them, and then all of a sudden they start dissing you. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
not real, and you know what I'm saying? I was
I
like,
mean,
man,
at the end of it all, many of these people who I've never met face to face, it's a different energy in somebody's face and somebody's aura.
facts.
This right here, it gives a lot of people courage to say and do what they want to do. When you in front
Right,
of a man, you got to have that same enthusiasm, that same energy. And it's a way to disagree with somebody without being disrespectful. That's the thing that our people have not learned. I don't agree with everything.
right,
But I don't have to say, yo, the way you spell melanated was fucking stupid.
right,
I don't have to. It's
right,
automatically offensive, but I can
right,
say, bro, you sure you want to spell it like that?
right,
Because based off the analytics, and then you could say, no, I spelled it like, I didn't even know that.
right.
See, we so busy wanting to be critical of everything. This bud right here refused to stay in my ear. From us always wanting to be overcritical and be disagreeable all the time, we attack.
Right,
And you also
right.
have the consideration talking about people's art. People
Mm.
are very sensitive about their art because it started with their thought.
Oh
It
yeah,
started with their brainchild. So sometimes I just sit back and watch people do them. People,
oh
listen,
yeah.
it's hundreds of videos with my name in the title being disrespectful. I laugh at it because take the time out. I'm never going to say your name. I'm never going to address you. I don't care about you. And you being disrespectful, all that's going to happen if and when I see you, you're going to have to reiterate all them things you said on the internet to me as a man in my face. And I've yet to meet one individual who did it. I've had people
Hmm.
talk shit about me and say stuff about me, and then when I see them, they smiling. Nah, what I was trying to say was, and we not doing that.
Nah, it wasn't like that, man. It wasn't
Yeah,
like that. I was
because
joking, man. I was joking.
we're men. Now I'm just trying to get my channel up, but that's not how you do it because you never disrespect a
Right,
man as a man. And some of us are
right.
real men, alpha males too.
Facts.
Not these weirdo, you know, uh, when you invite me to your genitalia and you say certain things and you call me female genitalia, that automatically deads the conversation. Now we can't even be civil no more.
Right,
So just because some of us walk upright and walk righteous, that don't mean that the uncivilized is still in all of us.
right,
And I just say to people, don't take me there because that's an ugly individual. That person is, but then I say to myself, this person is trying to trick me out of my freedom and he's trying to trick me out of my goal and my mission. I
mm,
let people deal with that. They're going to sit there because, like I said, anybody who I've had an issue or problem with, I either give them my phone number, email. We could always speak because I might have did something that offended you, and without knowing, and it might not have been no malicious intent. It's something that I did or I said, and it might have applied to you, which is your guilty conscience. But I'll deal with that. So
mm.
let's say I believe in accountability and responsibility. So if I said something like, "Yo, stupid ass," like say I never met you, and I'm like, "Yo,
Mm.
I'm getting tired of people with this melanated shit." And you might say, "Yo,
Oh,
he just
bro.
dissed." Yeah, he might say, "Yo, he just dissed my shit." So you could
Right,
hit me up and say, instead of making a video dissing me,
right,
you could hit me up and say, "Yo, bro, man, I call my shit melanated illuminated." And then me knowing me, I'll be like, "Nah, I didn't even know that. I'm definitely not directing it at you."
right,
And I rectify that to my audience and clear that up. But what the average person do is when I say stuff like that, the people who are warmongers and like to see shit going, they tag you in it.
right,
So they come on
right,
your page and
right.
say, your Doggie Diamonds was just dissing the shit out of you. And you'd be like, what he diss me for? I don't know, but I know he
Right.
dissing you because he shitted on Melanated. So now what happens is you feel attacked and then you feel like you have to respond. Then when you go live, people say, Doggie Diamonds just dissed you. So you tired of dealing with that shit. So like sometimes when people come in my chat room and mention other people's name, I just block them because I'm like, yo, I'm not here to talk about other men and they
Right.
fake beef with me. They faking beef for views because nobody really don't want no smoke. They just talking. And I'm not a man
Facts.
of talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of action. If I'm gonna do something to you, I want to do something to you. Why would I tell the internet?
Right.
That's telling the
Right.
police.
Right.
That's telling the police. So you don't really want no problems. You just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? And to me, what the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. I don't gotta talk about what I'm
Oh,
gonna do to somebody when I see
oh,
them.
always, and only hit dogs holler. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is what
Like
I'm
you
saying.
said,
So
sometimes when you just throw out, what I'm saying, something general because of a thought or something, what I'm saying, in your
yeah.
mind, like you said, don't mean that I'm talking about you. But if you took it that way, maybe it's something that you need to look at within yourself, brother.
And sometimes I'm wrong in how I conveyed it because it could look like I'm talking
Mm,
about you.
right.
So if you bring that to my attention, allow me the chance to rectify because I'm not copping out to nobody. I'm not
Right.
backpedaling on nobody. But sometimes I really genuinely wasn't talking about.
Right, and then also I think you also brought up a good point that more of us within this media circle and black men in general need to work on our communication methods to where, what I'm saying, like you said, if it is something that you may have said that I took, what I'm saying, was directed towards me before I go off, what I'm saying, like you said, hit you up and be like, yo, what it is, and like you said, you can either be like, yo, I wasn't talking to you, bro, or shit, you know what time it is, and then I'm saying, at least at that point I actually know what it is, you know what I'm saying,
Nah,
versus just
but let me tell you something, and this is what I want everybody to understand. Nobody just started disliking you. They just started acting like they like you. That's the difference. Many people do.
Ooh, hey, say, hold on, rewind that, say that again, brother.
Nobody starts. What I really say is nobody just started hating you. They just started acting like they like you, and then they
Shit.
took the smallest of things and reverted back to the original state that how they felt about you in the first place. They always hated you, but then they started acting like they like you, and then they took something minuscule and say, "Fuck that nigga." So how could something that small ruin something that big of our relationship? You never liked me.
Right,
You
right,
never liked me.
right.
And listen, I'm such a good studier of people and good judge of character. The research and homework that I do on my interactions with people, and when people, especially when people flip out, I'll be like, he has some type of social disorder. And a lot of people do so. I mean, think
It's
about this,
facts.
man.
It's facts.
Think about this in reality. Many people are cooped up in their house. All they have is the computer. The only interaction with the outside world is going live and being on the computer. So they really believe that they're with people when they're on the computer. Like they really, really
Mhm.
believe they're in a room full of people.
Right.
So psychologically, think about this for a minute. You're looking at people comments that's looking at you, and you see people like this reading the comments. Think how crazy that is. That's why
Right.
sometimes when I'm in my chat room, I don't really look at the comments and I might peek over because I got something that I'm saying. I'm not here to, I'll talk to
Right.
you when it's time, but I'm going to get what I got to say out because one
Right.
person might leave a comment to throw off your whole chain of thought. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you got people who really, really live for the validation of others. So they like, yeah, I'm live. And then they
Mm.
sitting there reading comments. I'm waiting for people to come in the room and all that. I'm like, yo, psychologically, this is really, really doing damage to people because they're really believing their bullshit. The same people who
Mm.
in your chat room are in my chat room and they want to see a show. So they're going to say, yo, I told him I think Doggie Diamonds was shitting on you. He was sneak dissing you. And you're like, where for real? They will do all the investigations. Go to the video at the 33-minute mark. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They are investigators for bullshit. So they just keep it
Right.
going. Keep it going, keep it going. And it's the same people that'll come in my room and say, peace, Doggie Diamonds, what's good, black man. Then they'll go in your room and do the same thing. But they really want to see us have conflict because that keeps them going.
Mm.
So a lot of times when them
Mm.
people come in my room and they do stuff, I just block them. Be like, yo, get out of here with that. Don't ask me about no other man. Don't
Right.
ask me about no other
Absolutely.
man. Don't ask me about no problems or issues. Because any problems or issues that I have, I address one way or
Right.
another. I address it. And some of the ways that some of these things got to get addressed, it ain't for the internet. So you won't get a
Facts.
peep out of me. Once a dude say, "Yo, you a pussy," well, we ain't got nothing to talk about now.
Right.
Our
Right.
time between like men is over. You already crossed the
Right.
boundaries, So,
Right.
but I don't. I
Man.
try not. I stay away from a lot of that because it's like, yo, I'm not gonna be in nobody's jail or some internet shit.
Mm,
I worked hard at the little bit that I got,
real
and I got a
talk.
long way to go. So you have people
Uh,
who earned it, and you have people who was given to them. If
mm.
somebody give you a bag of you vegan, you a vegetarian?
Nah, nah, nah. I'm
Okay,
working
good,
on it
good,
though.
great, great. Hey, you ain't got to work on it. I eat chicken. So somebody
Yeah.
give you, if somebody gives you, if somebody gives you a piece of chicken and it's nasty, you might say, "I'm not eating this nasty chicken because what it cost you." So you
Right.
didn't earn it. You didn't care. You could throw it away. But if you went and spent your last $3 on a piece of chicken and it's nasty, you're not throwing it away. You be like, yo, I'm gonna put
Right.
some hot sauce on it. I'm gonna
Right.
refry
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna
Right.
refry it. I'm gonna rebake
Catch
it. I'm gonna do
up.
something. What
Everything.
catch up? I can't throw this away. And
Right.
it's like that with society. You have people who earned it, and then you have people where it was given to them. And when people get stuff, they don't appreciate it. Look at
Mm.
rappers. There's some rappers who weren't really rappers. They don't know what it's like to write a rhyme. They don't know what it's like to beat the table all day trying to get it. They don't know what that's like. They had somebody write rhymes for them. So they don't respect the game. They don't care. They just like, if I rap and
Mm.
I don't care, I never really wanted to do this anyway.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like the
Right. Well,
same way
that's
in
big.
media. It's the same way with media. It's the same way with every aspect of life. You have children who inherit businesses. Look where the business go because they never wanted to do it.
Hmm.
I mean, even a team like, I don't really watch sports the way I used to, but even a team like the Yankees, you got George Steinbrenner, who was the owner of the Yankees since the 70s. The way he ran that team was one way, but then when he passed away, his children inherited the team. They don't run that team like they father, because who said they wanted to run the team? They inherited it, but they never said, "Yo, I want this. I can't wait to take this team over."
Right.
And it's like that with everything. You have people who earn stuff, and you have people with stuff was given to them in media, music. People tend not to care. There's podcasters who are created. They are
Mm.
created that say, you got a pretty good personality. You ever thought about podcasting? They say, no, I never thought about it, but I'll try it. Oh, yeah, this is all you got to do. So they say, hey,
Right.
I do it. So they don't care about it.
Right.
It was
Right. Right.
it was given to them. Or somebody was on somebody else's channel and they say, oh, he getting money doing that? Or if he could get money, I know I could get money. Because we have that mentality too of, yo, if he do it, I know I could do it. Fuck him. But when it comes
Right.
to white people and the white man, we don't say if they do that, we could do it because we automatically look at ourselves as inferior. We
Right. We
don't try
can't
to
do it.
compete with them. We can't do it. A word,
Right.
he got a car dealership. Oh hell no, I don't know if I could do that. But a barbershop, t-shirts,
Right.
podcast,
Right.
we could do those low level things. We could
Right.
do. Oh, he got melanated, illuminated. Fuck his shirts. Wait till I get my shirts. We
Right.
could do
Right.
that because if you could
Mm.
do it and you black, I could do it. But if you say I want to, if you have a factory, if it's a white man with
Mm.
a, because all of us get our shirts printed from somebody, right? Who has a
Right.
factory?
No. Nobody.
Nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So we automatically look at ourselves as inferior because we don't try to compete with the big people. Like when you think about Title became distribution for music. So it became distribution that everybody said they wanted. Everybody said they
Right.
wanted, yo, we need our own distributors. Well, now you got that with Title. But what people would say, fuck Jay-Z every day.
Hmm.
But you don't say fuck Apple Music.
Right.
You
Right.
don't say fuck
Right.
Spotify.
Spotify. Right.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You don't say fuck SoundCloud because I took my podcast off SoundCloud. But that's another story. But we anything that we do, we want to compete with one another. We want to knock each other. But anything that they do, you look at it as great. For example, if you had on a FUBU shirt right now, people would be like, "Yo, you got on
Oh,
an old ass FUBU
right. Oh,
shirt."
that's right. Hey,
But if you got on a polo, they
you
like, "Yo,
first,
he got
right?
on that polo."
Right.
What year that polo? That's 83. Yo, where you got that at, bro? You wasn't even born. Yo, you got on that Vince. See,
Right.
we need them to
Right.
validate everything that we do, but when we do something, we knock each other. I don't live
Mm,
like that.
that's
I don't
facts,
live
man.
like that.
And to that point, man, like recently, since I've been what I'm saying, getting more into this media and podcast game, I've been finding myself eliminating certain brothers from my life that were good friends, but it's like they don't see the power or the point in helping and supporting, what I'm saying,
The
others.
efforts. The effort.
If you're not gonna get anything out of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started bringing people on my website and on my platform that are like way, we may have way more following or things like that to me, and they're like, man, that person should be paying you or whatever. But for me, it isn't necessarily about that. You know what I'm saying? We're really like building the foundation of being able to control our culture. So
Yes.
like it's more than just, what I'm
A
saying,
check all the
what
time.
what, what Doggie Diamonds is gonna pay me for
Yeah.
sharing this stuff or promoting it or anything else like that, because I know what this brother means to the culture. So why not introduce him to an audience that may not know him? You know what I'm saying? Down here in Houston, that's to me that's helping. You know what I'm saying? Push the culture forward. You know what
And
I'm
vice
saying?
versa. You use secret. Why do you think rappers do collaborations with other rappers? They want their audience.
Right.
See, with us as people, being that we're so broke and poor spiritually, financially, and mentally, we look at everything as monetary, and we equate success with materialism. We say,
Right.
how much you getting
Right.
paid? How much money you getting? No, everything
Right.
ain't about a check. That's the end game. That's the
Facts.
end result. But
Facts.
sometimes you have to pay dues and you have to do certain things to get to the money. And then when some money comes, you good. But like I'm able to say, shit, man, I remember getting on the Chinese bus. I remember going braving hot weather, cold weather, being in hostile environments, having equipment breakdown just to get interviews. Now y'all
Right.
able to sit right on the internet.
Right. Right. Right.
You
Get it
notice,
all over. All
listen,
over.
man, you notice I still haven't adapted to live streaming interviews because I could interview everybody, but I don't particularly like it. Not me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not that
I
same
like the
energy.
person. Yeah, I
Right.
like the person to person energy. Now, if
I feel
somebody's
you.
somewhere where
I
I
feel
can't
you on
get to
that.
them, I don't mind. I don't mind,
Right.
but I still like that person to person energy.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
But
Yeah. It's just not the same.
yeah, but y'all able to still get your media off without having to brave the elements and brave
Real
hostile
talk.
environments and spend money. You know,
Real
only thing
talk.
you have to do is invest in merch and invest in different things to bring awareness. But all of this shit is free. All you gotta do is pay a cable bill.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I had to pay the cable bill, buy tapes to put in the camera, charge the batteries,
Hey.
extra battery. Like, I might be,
Hey.
a lot of money in just to do where I'm at today.
Hey man, I was talking with my kids the other day just on as far as with Netflix and Amazon and everything like that. Like they have a few DVDs, but I'm like, man, y'all ain't even gonna know what DVDs are. You know what I'm saying? In a few
$20.
years, right? Just like set us with the tapes and everything else
Yep.
like that, and
Yep.
just so taking it back, like you said, with the Forbes DVDs and everything like that. Like your brother was really putting out DVDs and burning them and everything else like that. So
Going
I
to the
mean,
store
just
and saying, listen, going to the store and saying, yo, I need 10,000 copies of this. I need them
yeah,
shrink wrap 10,000 copies, doing the artwork, making sure the artwork dimensions right. Like there's a lot of things that due to technology, which is a good thing, that some people will never have to deal with, which is great. Which is great because technology is supposed to advance, but it's supposed to advance the culture, not regress it. So via live and all that, people starting to abuse it. I see
right,
people on Facebook live. Yeah, I'm just on my way to work.
right. Just sitting there, just sitting
And
there in
it's like
front of
two
the
people
camera.
watching them. Like, who's your
Right,
audience?
right, right,
Learn how to build an audience. Learn,
right.
and that's the thing. people, and what we do wrong is that we say, yo, instead of supporting his efforts and getting him where he need to get, because he gonna reach back for me.
Right.
He showed that he's gonna reach back for me because he does it countless times. Or always, we say we're gonna support people who's never gonna reach back for us
Right.
because we associate greatness with materialism. You know what I'm saying? We
Mm.
associate greatness with materialism, and that's a major problem. You know what I'm saying? My phone is going off. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, nah, man, that's all good. I definitely want to get into some of the things that you have going on currently. You know what I'm saying, for the future. But one question I do want to ask you is,
Okay.
um, how do you feel about the current state of music, particularly as it relates to New York? Because you're kind of my expert on the region. Just because I've been hearing different conversations on with different rappers, so-called using the so-called Southern sound, and
Uh-huh.
just kind of like you see the musical lines are kind of blurred at the moment. So, for our people down here in Texas, and of course we have people watching and listening all over. But what's the current state of New York music?
I think I like where New York music is at. I don't think there's anything called New York music anymore because New York has been gentrified. So
Mm,
the down home feeling of New York that some of us might have had growing up is no longer here. You have these kids who are coming up and they're going off their influence. They might have went to school with white kids. They might have went to school with Mexicans and Asians and all of that. Some of us don't know what it's like to do. Me in particular, I do. Because I went to school early on in Staten Island, so I was able to be around different cultures, and different races. But some children don't know what that's like. So now you have hipsters, you have different things. You have some of these kids growing up, they're not street. They're
right,
not street. They really ride a skateboard. They
right.
really influence. They come from two-parent homes. They really, and that's not a bad thing. I think with New York, we want everything to be so dirty,
So
grimy, and gritty
gutter.
all the time.
Right.
Yeah, so if it's not that, we like fuck that shit. But yo, man, I don't go outside dirty. I don't go outside and say, yo, let me go on my garbage disposal and smear dirt on myself. Or yo, where my dirty drawers at, man? I ain't wearing this clean shit. Like
Right.
it's called you evolve, and evolution is evolving into something. You gotta evolve into your higher self, your greater self. So what was doesn't always have to be what it is now. And everything is a 360. Everything has a time because it was a time where rappers were wearing suits. Big Daddy Kane and Rakim were wearing
Mm,
suits. They were clean. Then it was a time right after that period where dudes started throwing on Dickies and baseball hats and hoodies and cargo pants and fatigues and all that. So it's 360. Then if you look at how they dress now, and this is actually going to be my next podcast, if you look at how the kids dress now, they're kind of dressing like how Bambaataa and them dress. You know what I'm saying? How
mm,
they was wearing weird shit, how Goody Mob was dressing, how, Outcast, Andre 3000 was dressing, how Parliament. They're going back
right.
to that. Like they talk
Right.
about the kid with rainbow hair. What did George Clinton have? He had
Right.
rainbow hair. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
I just think with us, we just, as a people, honestly, as a people, we fucked up mentally.
We
Where we
sick,
hate,
boss.
we hate everything.
Yeah.
We just mad at like sometimes I look at people because the only time, not nobody that I know personally, besides a few people, family members, and I unfriended them on Facebook. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I unfriended family. I unfriended my blood family just for being so damn negative. Like, yo, you know what? You have psychological issues that you need to address.
Mm,
I'm tired of seeing it. So
right.
you got to get you out of here. I can't even look at your
Right.
bullshit every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Because you'll internalize it.
Yeah, you just have too. You just got too much bullshit going on, and you need
Right.
help. So that, but New York is New York. A lot of dudes in New York is making money, um, off their craft. And that's really what it's all about right now. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad
Yeah.
because as much stuff that people might say is whack, you got the good. It's up to you to sort out the good. You know,
Facts.
if there's they say one bad apple don't spoil a bunch. that's very true in the sense of if you really want an apple and you say an apple with a worm in it, do you pick the apple up with the worm in it and bite it and say, "There's a worm in it"? No, you say that has a worm in it. You go get the good apple. So
Right.
if New York, Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Chicago, if there's music coming from those regions that you don't like, I'm pretty sure it's music in the regions that you would like if you sought it out. But as people, we want what we want, who we want it from. And sometimes people can't give you that because it's not in their nature, or they might not be on that plane anymore. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at no New York music when when people from the South was doing a certain type of music. I didn't say, "Oh, they doing New York sound."
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Because you have people that's you might have people like Chameleon who don't really rap like he's
Facts.
from Texas. He sound like a New Yorker.
Real talk.
You
I
know?
mean, Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface. There's definitely he does not make Texas music. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes he
No.
did
Real
stuff
talk.
with the draw, but some of that is New York sound and boom bap. You know what I'm saying? I never say, oh, he sound like he trying to be like New York. We just
Right.
appreciated the music. So I think as New Yorkers, the 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 cockiness, the arrogance, we had to be humble and realize that it was other regions and other areas that's coming up and doing their thing. And I'm glad because now everybody's getting their fair shake and their fair shot in this game of music. You know, so
Man.
that's how I think about New York. You know, you got Chicago, you got the Midwest period. Nelly and them had St. Louis, brought you Nelly, Chingy.
Hmm.
Los Angeles has always had a hold on thing. You know, even though I do miss that West Coast sound, but then I have to
I do.
realize, DJ Mustard brought something new to the West Coast sound, and I have to accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have to accept it because just for every DJ Mustard, you might have the relatives. You got to sort out different things because it's there. You just gotta stop saying, "Oh, I want DJ Mustard to make music like this," but that might not be a part of his expression at the time. Because we keep
Mm.
forgetting music is an art and it's an expression of how you're feeling at the time. Now, it is
Right.
times where people do stuff to fit in with what's going on, and we can see right through it. Like, yo, man, you just trying to go in with the trends. But then again, people do have to pay bills. You do make music to be successful. And
Right.
whatever you feel like is going to make you successful at the time, cool. I just think with hip hop and in today's R&B, we don't give people a chance to grow. We say, yo,
Mm.
your album was
This is
whack,
what
we ain't
you
fucking
are.
with you no more. Yeah. When
Right.
Marvin Gaye might have had 75 albums and only 3 of them were good.
Right.
And some
Mm.
of these R&B acts went from label, like what label was Aretha Franklin on? You don't know.
Right.
You don't know. But we care about whether Mary J. Blige got dropped from MCA or dropped from this. Like that matters. We didn't know
Mm.
those things back then. We just know that they left the label and they put out new music. And if they made a record we liked and we supported them, we messed with it. Now we're so in these artists' business because of social media. We know everything. Oh, he only wants green M&Ms in his rider and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like we know too much. So I don't know, but
Mm.
I like where music is at overall because when shit is corny, I just don't listen to it. I just go listen to the real.
Right. Right. Yo, listen to the
I
real.
don't
For
complain. I
sure.
don't complain.
For sure, man. Well, before we wrap up, man, I definitely, man, one of the main reasons why, me personally, why, I will you'll always have my support, bro, and you know what I'm saying, you'll always, you know what I'm saying, have a place, you know what I'm saying, to come through. I'll share, put on the website, you know what I'm saying, anything you have going because I see a part of your goal, and I kind of have, you know what I'm saying, one of the same ones on not just simply seeing Melanated and Illuminated as a show, but more so as a platform, and a platform that will, through the different efforts that I'm putting forth, that will give other people the opportunity to allow their light to shine. So, you know what I'm saying, I see you building, you know what I'm saying, podcast networks and things like
Yes.
that, man. You just let the people know, you know what I'm saying, what are these new initiatives you have going on and how they can follow it, how they can get involved, and you know what I'm saying, how they can, you know what I'm saying, just get into it.
You could follow me on all social media. That's Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything is Doggie Diamonds. DOGGIE DIAMONDS. I'm on every platform. Uh And I need you to actually follow me. Follow me the way you follow these celebrity chicks that got a titty out. Follow me the way you got these dudes who give you fake information. Follow me the way you follow them. And follow me because I'm going to give you something valuable to follow. It's just not worshiping me, because we all great. But if you can see greatness in him, I want you to see the greatness in me because I'm actually giving you food for thought and energy. So I started the Digital Soapbox Network with my partner. His name is Steele. He's in Los Angeles. So I'll just give you the short story. When I started my podcast, I was like, so this is what they call them podcasting? I've been doing this. So I was like, yo, this is podcasting? I've been doing this. So I said, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll do it under the format of what podcasting is, which is just strictly the audio. So I started doing it and I hit up, podcast networks because you need funding, you need all that. And they was just ignoring me. So I said, damn, let them tell it I ain't shit. I ain't great.
Hmm.
So I was a little frustrated. I started to, go on a tangent like I could sometimes. And I just say, you know what? Nah, you're not going to be spoiled. You're not going to get rattled. You're going to chill out and everything that's meant for you is going to come through for you and it's going to be what it's going to be. So a guy by the name of Norm Steele, his name is Steele, but his name is Norm, and Steele hit me and he said, yo, why you not on the podcast network? Yeah, I guess shit is dope. And I said, yo, man, they don't want to sign me. He was like, yo, man, I want to start a network. I'll sign you. I was like, let's talk. So then he hit me and he said, yo, man, hold up. I can't sign you. I can only really partner with you, man. You're already great. You want to start this network with me? Sure. That was in January, like December, like December.
Mm.
So we put out an APB that we needed podcasts in the network. So we started getting shows, and we didn't really want too many shows that we had to develop too much because it's just starting. We don't have the financial resources to put into marketing and promotion. So we wanted people who already had stuff established with big audiences. So we created the Digital Soapbox Network. You could go to digitalsoapboxnetwork.com for more information. Um, and we signed with Audio Boom for podcast distribution. So that puts us on all platforms. Spotify puts us on everything. And everybody who signed with us get distribution on every major platform from iTunes, Spotify to Stitcher to TuneIn to iHeartRadio, everything. You get on everything. Google Play, and it's something I'm missing. But you get on everything, and you get to get when you get a certain amount of plays, you get to get ads on there and earn revenue from your podcast. So my thing to people is you have all these people, because I'm like, you got somebody like Joe Rogan. I don't want to sing him out, and I'm not being disrespectful, but his people support him.
Facts.
You
That's
have
facts. That's
listen, they
facts.
support him. Here it is, a black man like myself, and I'm doing what I do. But I'm like, damn, I don't even get the support of my people sometimes. That's weird. Like, we talk all this black power. Black power means black first. That's what it means. Black power do not mean protest all the time and being angry and all that. It means supporting.
Right.
It
Speak
means
on it.
supporting the efforts of your people. It means when you see your brother outside selling incense or selling anything, and it's a store over there selling that, because you see a black man or woman, you give them the play first. That's what black power is. It's empowering black people to be great and excellent. And I think people think black power means anti anybody. That's not what it means. It means pro black people.
There we
That's
go.
what that means. So when we all go under the guise and all we go under the banner of black power, we doing it incorrectly because we're not supporting black people. We're not supporting black people. My thing is, yo, send me a shirt. I'll wear a shirt on my podcast. Send me, that's black power. That's black empowerment. And we forgetting and we
Mm.
missing it. So I'm like, damn, Joe Rogan's gonna have 1 million downloads an episode, and it's black people supporting him, but they'll look at me like, fuck that nigga.
Right, right. Or they'll try to
Telling me.
put you in the box. You know what I'm saying? He
That's
only
what I'm
do
saying.
hip hop. You know
So,
what I'm saying? He only do
yeah.
conscious.
So, but then I just interviewed Cassandra Lucas from Changing Faces, one of my favorite groups, and that interview is out right now. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't put certain people in boxes because I created the damn box in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So
Fact.
the deal is, I get the fuck that nigga. That's what I get. I'm that nigga who ain't shit, but he's great because he's on Title, Revolt, these corporations owned by who? So you're not for black power. You're for what the masses is. You're under control. Why not help create the next corporation via your people? So when you see your people doing the right thing, you got to support their efforts. When I say people doing stuff, I always reward people. I always reward people when I see them striving for greatness. I say, you know what, man? Anything I can help with, yo, come over here, man. Let's do an interview. Let's do that. Let me
Same
get
here,
on your
bro.
platform. That's
Same here.
Black power. That's black. That's and then they try to, which is a whole nother subject, black excellence. That's black excellence. We all sitting in awe of Jay-Z almost has $1 billion. Puffy almost has $1 billion. So what? What do they do for their people? You know, so you have Jay-Z. He said he's starting something on prison reform. I respect that. I know for a fact that Jay-Z bailed out a lot of people during the St. Louis
The protests.
So
Yeah.
I get it. They might do certain things, but I'm not in awe because he has $1 billion. I don't care. I can't. And first of all, before I close, I do have to say this. We keep getting caught up in who has all this money, right? How do you know they have that money? Because somebody told you. Did you ever see their account balance?
Right.
What does Jay-Z drive? Where does he live? We don't even know. But we're in
Right.
awe of society, which we consist and make up society. But we getting caught up with what everybody's telling us and feeding us, and we keep eating the bad food. You know what I'm saying? Start dealing with people at a grassroots level. And the person like me has never sold you out, won't sell you out. And I could have been did different things to been successful. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
again, y'all keep equating, not you, but y'all keep
Yeah,
equating
for sure. For
success.
sure.
Y'all keep equating success with materialism. But success for me was losing 117 pounds without diet, without a crazy diet, without pills, and without surgery. That's success. I took control of my health. You understand what I'm saying? So don't tell me I'm not successful. But I
Right.
did something that many people strive to do. I created a brand and a platform on my own without taking any drug money, without taking any blood money. I did that. So don't tell me I'm not successful because I don't have what he had, because he doesn't set the catalyst for what I want to be and do.
There we
You
go.
know, so that's really it. And I'm really gonna start. Honestly, I'm going to the youth movement because some of these adults are so
There we
lost
go.
and so
Hey,
messed up.
that's for me. That's where it's at, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People our age and above, them niggas done. You know what I'm
done.
saying? Like
It's
done.
over for you. I gotta go
Yeah.
deal with the youth. When you start seeing more younger dudes on my platform, it's going back to
Real talk.
we have to reach the youth, and when we see them doing wrong or being wild, reckless, and crazy, we don't discard them. What if somebody gave up on Malcolm? What if What if Malcolm, what didn't become who he was due to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? What if so many of you? I was a wild, reckless kid.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, I've had people, you know what I'm saying? Without them, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be where I'm at now. Like you said, an upright man, taking care of my family, and like now
Yeah,
understanding that shit is cool. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Taking care of my wife and my kids and being a protector and provider for my family. That's the cool shit.
that's
You know what I'm
gangster.
saying?
That's gangster.
Right. Right. There we
That's
go.
gangster.
There
So
we
so
go,
that's
man.
really I thank you for having me on your
Hey
platform. But
man. Hey
Digital
man.
Soapbox
Anytime, man.
Digital
Anytime. Yeah, man.
Soapbox Digital Soapbox Network is the podcast network. We have Crazy Bone from the legendary group Bone Thugs and Harmony doing a podcast on there called the After Hours Show. We have two-time Super Bowl champion Brandon Browner from the Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks doing a podcast on there called Brandon Browner Unplugged. We have myself, Doggie Diamonds No Filter. We have another show called the Plug Podcast out of Philly. We have another show called the Mac and Nelly Show, Mac and Nelly podcast. They're from Seattle, so we have different regions. And
That's dope.
I'm looking
That's
at another
dope.
podcast that I'm speaking to them. I have to give them the paperwork. It's a channel out there. And salute to them by the name of Thoughts Crimes. They doing their thing, so I'm
Okay.
looking to bring them into the network. Look up Thoughts
Salute.
Crimes. You know what I'm saying? It's a male and a female that do their thing, and they go on every day, going hard. And I think people should support Thoughts Crimes. So when you get a chance, go check their YouTube out. They got a nice little cohesion of how they do their stuff. And like I said, working with other people and helping people develop their shit so I could bring them on, because it is all about numbers. So if you're not bringing certain numbers, I can't help you at a certain level. I got to get you to a level and
Real
then
talk.
bring you on. You know, so
Real
that's
talk.
what it is. So
Absolutely, man. And give the people the Doggie Diamonds website.
oh, Doggie Diamonds TV is my direct website where you could get everything, and then Doggie Diamonds TV YouTube. We're closing in on that 100,000, man. We had 98,000 subscribers, so
Yeah,
I need y'all
yeah,
help. Texas, I love
yeah.
Texas. My favorite rapper from Texas is Devin the Dude,
Oh, okay, okay.
and Zero is my favorite.
Oh,
Some people
okay.
always say Scarface. I like Zero, and I like Devin the most.
Hey, we'll
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about that. But yeah, man, that's what
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I thank you for having me, and I thank everybody who could see, hear, listen. If you got anything from me, you know, that could help you in your journey in life and all that, I'm happy to be able to give you some type of mental food, some type of spiritual food. And that's what it is, man. Doggie Diamonds,
Yeah.
DoggieDiamonds on everything. Follow me on all social media, all platforms. And on this video right here, after you watch the video or before you watch the video, make sure you hit subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit the bell next to the subscribe button so when you upload new videos, you'll get the notification that new videos is coming. That's very
Most
important that you do that. So
Most
that's what it
definitely.
is.
We'll make sure that we put all the links in the description when you know what I'm saying everything is all said and done. And yeah, man, Houston, you know what I'm saying, all the people, you know what I'm saying, that support us, you know what I'm saying. We got a few listeners in the UK and in Jamaica, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Y'all just make sure that y'all support this brother right here and everything that he has going, man. Man, we'll just make sure, brother. Hey, man, you're welcome to come on anytime, man.
Good
You
looking.
just link up with me, man. Actually, like we talked last time, I work a 9 to 5, and
Dope.
I took off today, you know what I'm saying, because I wanted to do this, you know what I'm saying, and I
Dope.
had to do this. So, you know
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying? Like, absolutely. And so, man, Doggie Diamonds, make sure you go support him. Make sure you check us out on melanatedilluminated.com. And until next time, peace, family.
We out of here. Brooklyn.